So what is good, people? Welcome to another investing video. In this video, we are continuing our investing $1 a day series. This time we are in episode 32, which means we need to have $224 invested into each asset. So we're going to jump right into metals. Now, it's been about a month since I've done one of these videos, but while I was away, metals did incredible things. You can see gold is almost at $2,400 per ounce. And silver is way over at $28.28 per ounce right now. So if we take a look at my total investments, I have $159.90 into gold, $72.28 into silver for a total investment of $232.18. If we actually look at the value of that investment, the gold is at $191.38. Silver is at $84.84 for a total value of $276.22. So we are way up on metals. We are up by quite a bit. So much has happened in the past month. You can see gold just kind of took off. So this would have been our last investment right here. And it is way up here. So gold is doing some incredible things. Last investment in silver was way back here, and you can see silver is up just a little bit over that. And so both gold and silver has been doing very well. It's really nice to be so far up in metals because we've been kind of breaking even, maybe up a little bit or down a little bit for most of the time. And so we're finally way up, which is really good to see. I have $232 invested, so it is not yet time to put another investment in. So I'm just going to leave things the way they are. But overall, we are way up, incredibly high on silver, or gold and silver, which is really nice to see. Jumping into stocks, here we are on Robinhood. We can see that we are at $260. If we look at our individual stocks, I still have this Bitcoin that I got for free from Robinhood Earn. It was $1 worth of Bitcoin. It is now $1.51. So we are up by 50%, up by 51 cents. So 50% increase on Bitcoin. Bitcoin just went on a tear right before or right after we got this $1, which is cool. I should probably put it in something else. I was going to wait a little bit to see Bitcoin kind of settle down. Looks like it has settled down a little bit, but I'm still giving it a little more time before I actually take that money out and put it into one of the stocks. So we take a look at Starwood Property Trust. Over the week, we are down by 89 cents. That is 4.45% on the stock itself. If we look at our actual investment, it has $20.86 market value. And we are up by $1.80, which is 9.46%. So we're basically breaking even. We're just up by 9%. 9% is pretty good. But because it's such a small investment, that's only about $2. If we take a look at the analysis, it is sitting at a 57% buy, 42% hold, and a 0% sell. If we take a look at our history, we did have just 18 hours ago, actually, we had a market buy. So that would have been a dividend. Yep, here we go. So we had a dividend payment of 52 cents, and then that was reinvested. So we had an extra 52 cent dropped on there. So that's pretty good. 52 cent for the month of April. And we do have a 1 cent stock lending payment as well. So that is 53 cent profit on top of just holding the stock, which is really good to see. That's why I like these dividend stocks. If we jump into EOG Resources, we finally have a full share of EOG Resources. The stock itself is down by $3.30 over the week, which is 2.44%. If we look at our total return, we are sitting at $15.58, which is putting us up by $12 or 12.75%. So we are up by 12%, which is really good. And since we have so much, we have $137 That looks like a $15 profit, which is really good to see. If we take a look at the analysis, we're sitting at a 57% buy with a 42% hold. It's almost exactly as the last stock we took a look at. If we take a look at our history, we don't have any dividends yet. This is all just buys from February and March. So no dividend payment coming in yet, but we are still up just because we got in at a good time and we kept dollar cost averaging in $7 each time. And so we are sitting at a nice 12% profit. If we jump into our next stock, QYLD. So for QYLD, we are down by 5 cents over the week, which is 0.31%. But if we look at our total return, we got a 67-cent return, which puts us up by 1.11%. So we're basically breaking even with QYLD. Not much changing there. There's no analysis for this stock. Here we go. If we take a look at the history, we didn't have a dividend payment at the end of March. It was 60 cents, and so that was reinvested, and that's actually more than the 59 cents that we got at the end of February. Just 1 cent more, not a big difference. So we should be looking at another dividend payment towards the end of this month, the end of April. Hopefully it'll be about 60 cents, maybe a little bit more. But all in all, we are basically breaking even with getting some free dividends from QYLD. If we take a look at our last stock, ARMOUR Residential REIT. So with ARMOUR Residential REIT, we are down by $1.65 over the week, which is down 8.66%. But if we look at our total return, we've lost $5.77, which is a loss of 18.51%. So we are down by a little bit. We do have a dividend payment coming in. Excuse me. A 35-cent dividend payment, which is nice. It's going to come in on April 29th. So it's going to be the end of this month. And it looks like we did get a stock lending payment at the beginning of April. And that was pretty much it. We haven't bought any new shares on this. So even though we are down, we are still getting those dividend payments, which will hopefully bring us back up. So on stocks, we are still looking pretty good. I actually have not decided what my move was going to be for this week. Let me check something real quick and then I'll jump back to the video. All right, so I took a look at basically the percentages I was getting back for each stock in dividends. From Residential REIT, I was getting 1.3% per month back. QYLD, I was getting about almost exactly 1% per month back. And with Starwood Property Trust, I was getting about 0.8% back per month. So even though we are pretty much down the most on our Residential REIT, I will continue to put some money into this one. So my move for this week is to put $7 into ARMOUR Residential REIT. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And that's it. Since the markets are open, it was able to go through no problems. And now we are sitting pretty good overall on stocks. I'm still hold off on this Bitcoin before I transfer that into one of these. But besides that, everything else is looking good. We are down a little bit on some, but we are way up on others. So I think all in all, we're pretty much breaking even on stocks. If we take a look at Dex Finance while we're jumping into crypto. So with Dex Finance, I had a Vault here. It was on the Pulse chain. So if we take a look at the Vault, we can see that Pulse did not do very well, not as well as I was hoping it would. So at deposit, we had $15.07 in there. It is now sitting at $11.39. So we did lose quite a bit of money. However, we did earn over $2 in yield just because of the APY, which is 182%. So we earned quite a lot just from leaving our tokens in there, but the yield was not enough to outperform the value of the tokens and the coins. So we did overall lose some money. So I will be taking my money out of here, and I'm going to put it into a different pool. Going to try out something new, a new swap that just opened up not so long ago. But we will get into that in a second. But let's jump into Trader Joe. So in Trader Joe, I did have a bunch. I had like $202 or something like that put into here. It was in the ETH USDC auto pool, and you can see now it is sitting at $227. Most of that is because of the value of Ethereum jumping up over the past month. It was at $240 something at one point, and then it jumped back down, but both of those are way higher than the $200 that I put in here. So we got over $20 in profit from the actual value of the coins. But if we look at the yield, we got $5. So I earned a free $5 just for farming the two together. Actually, we did also get about 50 cents in gel. So we're looking at $5.89, which is not bad. $5.89 of free money is good. So the pool is definitely not paying as much as it was before. So I will take a look at some other pools. Yeah, it's at 10% right now. I'll look at some other pools and try those out. But for now, I am going to leave this in for a little bit. It's going to take me a while to do some research to figure out what pools to put them in. But in the next episode, we'll see what pool I decide to go with. Now, the new swap that I've been taking a look at, I got to switch over to the new Manta Pacific network. And so this is CeeDo Swap. CeeDo Swap is on the Manta network. And as you can see, they have a lot of really good pools. I especially like this USDEX Plus and USDC pool. It is sitting at 86% APY, which is really good. I'm pretty sure it's not going to stay at 86%. It's probably going to go down, maybe a little bit every day like these pools tend to do. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my money out of DEX Finance, and I'm going to bridge it to the Manta chain, or the Manta chain, and then I'm going to drop it into here. So I'm going to do that and then jump back into the video. All right, so I am finally done. It took a little while for me to figure out how to get funds onto the Manta chain. But as you can see, we have here, I got $19.94 sitting in this pool. Now, this is a little bit less because I had the $11 and then I had the $2 in yield, and then we have the $7 investment for the week. So it should be over $20. But I figured with the amount of gas fees that I paid in order to take the money out of DEX Swap, get it bridged over to Manta, and then put it into this pool, it probably cost me, maybe like $1 or $2 to get all that done. So I figured, you know what, I'll just sit with this $19.94. So that is what I got sitting in here, and we will see how that does over next week. Overall, quick recap, we are up on crypto, way up on crypto. Everything was doing really well. Here, I'm expecting us to go up as well with this 86%. We'll see what will happen. In Trader Joe, I did take my money out of this auto pool. So you can see it is just sitting here waiting. I got to wait for the rebalance before I can actually take my money out. But I can withdraw that. It usually takes about an hour before that's done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in one of these other pools that are doing better. Like most likely either this pool or this one right here, which is paying 243%. So I'm going to keep it in USDC and ETH, because I think ETH is going to continue to do well. Anything else besides Bitcoin and ETH, basically if those go down, the whole market goes down. So those are the safest bet when it comes to crypto. And I did take everything out of DEX Finance. I don't have anything in DEX Finance right now, except for my USDEX stake, which is, I can't really do anything with that. So I'm just leaving that in there. And stocks, we are pretty much, as always, up on some stuff, down on a few other things. But I do think the dividend that we're getting from all of these is going to eventually put us way up on everything, because we're basically just getting free money from these dividend payments. And of course, the Bitcoin that I had got for free is still way up by 50% over where it was before. And finally, in metals, everything is up in metals. We are up by like what, $30 or something like that, a little more than that actually. So we're way up in metals. So that is pretty much it for this week. This has been a really good week. Everything is doing really well. Stocks, crypto, and metals are all skyrocketing, which is nice to see. So if you have any questions or if there's any investments you want me to check out, as always, put them in the description below or in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.